Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is another beautiful day here in Washington State. Thought I'd bring you a vlog today / kayak tour. I haven't done one of these maybe in a while, and I figured it was a good time to do it, kicking off the spring season, spring bass season that is. So yeah, let's go through my kayak setup as I have it set up for bass fishing. So after that, we'll kick into the vlog, and yeah, I just got a lot to catch up on around the property today. This time of year, things grow so fast. It's a weekly thing, or it gets out of control. All the bushes and the grass and everything. So yeah, we'll be working on that today. Also going to be working on clearing out the workspace. I've just been using it as a storage space lately, and that's not good. So we're going to work on that. I've been doing a lot of tree trimming on these cedars in the front of the house, and I've got to get all the trimmings that I've been trimming to the burn pit. Don't know that I'm going to do a burn today. I think I'm going to wait on that for a couple weeks, let all these trimmings and branches that I took down dry out a bit before I throw them on the fire. Beyond that, we're probably going to go fishing this evening. It is Saturday, just afternoon as I'm filming this, so just for some reference, I guess. Other things on my list today is drive the Mustang. It's been a couple days and she needs some love. So alright, I'm going to save all that for the back half of this video, and we're just going to focus on the YAK tour right now. So let's get into it. I've got the YAK set up right behind me. As you can see. So yeah, this is how I've got it set up for bass fishing. It's going to be set up a little bit different when I'm out in the salt water. I'll go into that as we break this thing down. So I think the best course of action right now is to get you guys off the tripod and just try to hand film this as best I can. So let's do it. Alright guys, this is my kayak. She's 10 feet long, which is the perfect length for hauling it on top of a Honda Civic. She is a rather wide kayak, and that is very beneficial. Very stable kayak. I can stand up and fish in this thing, no problem. Alright, so like I said, 10 feet long, rather wide, rather stable, pretty good in the salt. But so yeah, let's start at the front and move our way to the back. So starting at the front of the kayak here, we have got our first compartment. Open that for you real quick. So yeah, we've got a pretty watertight compartment up front here. Got my old fishing license in here actually. But yeah, can fit a fair amount of things, all my valuables and stuff like that. I usually keep them in a dry box and then put it in here, just as sort of like double protection. But yeah, so we got our front hatch here. And I usually keep my net kind of tucked in the bungee right up front on the front hatch. I've had this net for a while. I usually use it for trout fishing and stuff, but it'll fit big bass in it, as you might have seen on the channel recently. I caught a decent one yesterday, and it fit in this net just no problem. Probably need to upgrade my net, but I don't have a place to put it yet. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. Alright, moving back a little bit here, we've got my Scotty Rod Holder. I installed this thing when I first got this kayak. This kayak is a Costco special. That's all I know about it, is that it was from Costco. It was given to me, and greatly appreciated it, and I've gotten a ton of use out of it. And yeah, she's a good kayak. But anyways, back to the rod holder. When I first got this thing, it was my first modification to it, was installing this Scotty Rod Holder. This thing is super solid. Yeah, it's very adjustable this way, that way. Just very convenient way to throw the rod in here and do what you gotta do. In this rod holder, I've got one of 3 rods I usually carry on me. This is my YAK rig setup. It's a 6.6 medium Shimano Sojourn rod paired up to a Shimano Sahara reel. Yeah, and this thing, it's one of my favorite setups. The rod leaves a little bit to be desired, but I've learned to love it. Alright, moving on back, I'll give you guys a look inside the body of the kayak. There is quite a bit of room in here. Hopefully this is all coming through. But yeah, if I really wanted to, I could stow stuff up in toward the bow. If I were doing like a kayaking trip with like a tent and a sleeping bag and stuff like that. This thing's got quite a bit of room in it, and it's got these side channels I'll show you next. These right here go all the way back to that wall that you see, and you can stuff quite a bit of stuff back in here on either side. Pretty comfortable seat. I did have to modify it. I added this back support right here a long time ago. It just gives me a more upright seating position, and it makes for an easier day on the YAK. I've got this little Thermarest thermoseat thing. Keeps my butt warm and gives me a little bit of cushion. Got a couple little dimples right here. I'm not sure what the hell those things are for. And then we got the cup holder, which is pretty clutch. Moving on back, we've got a couple rod holders that I installed. Right here, number 1. In this one I've got my Texas rig set up. This is something I usually always keep on the boat when I'm bass fishing. Shimano SLX paired up to a Berkley lightning rod, 7-foot medium. Don't want to glance over this right here, paddle holder. Simple, yet effective. Holds the paddle, does what it needs to do. I probably need to upgrade my paddle at some point to a longer, lighter paddle. That'd be nice. All right, moving around to the back of the boat here. Got another drain plug for the rear hatch. Now, we'll cover this rod holder right here. Another flush mount rod holder I installed. This one's got my moving bait set up. Shimano Chaos paired up to another Berkley lightning rod, 7-foot medium. And yeah, moving bait set up. Crankbaits, spinner baits, chatter baits, you name it. So yeah, usually got 3 rods on me. Got 3 rod holders. Good to go. Usually covers all the bases. Now I usually have this sitting on top of the back hatch when I'm fishing. This has got my other tackle, soft plastics, terminal tackle, hard baits, pliers, fishing license, line, all that good stuff. We'll move that out of the way for now and give you guys a look at this back hatch. This back hatch is huge. Let's take a look. So yeah, back hatch is pretty big. See if I can get you guys in here. There we go. The back hatch is pretty big. You can see the rod holders come in right there. And yeah, this is where I keep the life vest when I'm on fresh water. When I'm on salt water, I wear it always, just because there's more that's likely to happen. And yeah, I've got my basic vest here, which I need to upgrade to something that's more comfortable. and a whistle. Yeah, always got to have a whistle. I think that's a requirement, because when we got checked the other day by the game wardens, they asked for a whistle, and thank God I have one on me. It just stays on the vest. So yeah, vest, and then yeah, you can really see how big this hatch is now, and it goes all the way back to the stern. So I keep a couple more tackle trays in here. Let's see, what do we got here? This is my trout tackle. And some extra bass tackle here. Hard baits, swim baits, chatter baits, spinner baits, jerk baits, baits. Yeah, just like to stay prepped. I've got my salmon gear. I've got my salmon gear in the Civic right now in the trunk. I actually might be, watch out for the rod. I actually might be going out and doing some salmon fishing out on the Sound this evening if the wind stays like it is. Yeah, I might go down there and cast around for a Chinook or something. Or I might go to my local lake and try to beat it up again. I don't know. Anyways, that's the YAK tour. I think I covered everything. She's a good YAK. She's been good. Does pretty good in the salt. In the salt, it's a slightly different configuration. I'm only rocking 2 rods, and all the hatches are always sealed. Life vest is on, and things are just a little more high stakes out there, and I'm not as comfortable on salt water as I am on fresh. You know, you don't have waves, you don't have current, you don't have seals and killer whales. Anyways, yeah. Alright, let's move on to the next portion of the video, which is going to be about knives. I have a little bit of a conundrum that I need your guys' help on. Alright, on to the next portion of the video. We're going to be talking about knives, so let's get into it. I've got a bit of a conundrum. Yeah, short season is coming up, and that means I'm not going to be wanting to carry something like this all the time. It's a big knife, it's a heavy knife, full-size knife. Yeah, I don't know that I want to be carrying this in a pair of shorts. So we've got 2 options. Actually, yeah, we've got 2 options. Alright, so first option is the Hogue Deca. Give you guys a look at this. It's the Wharncliffe, the compound Wharncliffe, 20 CV, G10, and the Able Lock. It's a nice knife. It's a nice knife. Made in the States. Yeah, it's broken in beautifully. It's fun to fidget with. So this thing is super light, super compact, easy to carry, great shorts knife, kind of why I bought it. Second option is the Para 3. This is like a brand new Para 3 from Spyderco. This replaced my broken Para 3. If you want to dig into that, I'll leave that video linked up here. Yeah, long story short, detent failed, sent it back, they sent me a brand new one. So I've had this thing for a few months now, since last year, and just haven't carried it, like, at all. Haven't cut anything with it, haven't carried it, it's just been sitting. So, yeah, it's between the Hogue Deca right now. See if I can do these, yeah. Between the Hogue Deca and the Para 3. Both have their pluses and minuses. This is lighter to carry. It's more low profile. This obviously is taller and a little more cumbersome. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What would you carry? Would you carry the Para 3 in S45 VN, just a bone standard Para 3? Or would you carry the Hogue Deca Wharncliffe in 20 CV? Both good knives in my opinion. Let me hear it in the comment section below. Alright, that does it for the knife portion. Let's move on to the damn cleaning portion. Gotta clean up this freaking carport. Yeah, let's get to it. Alright, I'm just gonna hyperlapse this, so enjoy the music. Looks better, not perfect, but yeah, we're good. Alright, it's lunchtime. I'm going to break for lunch, and we'll get back to this here in a little bit. Alright, I gotta get a taller tripod. This thing is at full extension, and I'm almost out of frame. Alright, so here's the deal. Come on. We are going to do a little landscaping project. So, actually, let me back up here. So I got all this extra beauty bark. And I need a place to put it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redo all this. I'm going to weed whack this down to almost nothing. And then you can see that there was bark there before. I'm going to rebark around this tree stump. But before I do that, I am going to move all these clippings from the cedars. I'm going to take all those and put them by the burn pit. So I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod and we'll get to it. Alright, next thing to do is to grab the weed whacker, start it up, and start weed whacking away. Come on, honey.
But surely finish last. Cause day and night, the lonely stoner seems to free his mind at night. He's all alone through the day and night. The lonely loner seems to free his mind at night. At night, day and night, the lonely stoner.
Alright, well, we didn't have quite enough bark. It's a good start, but I'm going to need a few more bags. Got it all weed ate down and got the front part done. Still got quite a bit to do, but the main goal was getting the wheelbarrow empty today. So yeah, got that done. Got a couple more piles of sticks I gotta move to the fire pit, and then might wrap this video up. So
Free his mind at night. He's all alone, some things won't